Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Bronk, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And away we go from East Rutherford. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First tone of the game for James Cook. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Allen on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And now they're staring at a 4th down. And he drives this into the pouring rain. He's brought down before the return gets far. First down now, ball at the 33. Give now to the running back. Going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to that 32-yard line. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Big alert! 72! 70 Lions!
Working on 1st down. Keeps away from one. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Let's go now.
It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fields this one at the 3. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And New York is making a house call. Touchdown. The Jets pull out in front further, 13-zip. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Cook, running left. Rob Flat, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
On 1st down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down, Bill.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Now as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they offer the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but Man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Allen on third down. This is brought in by Coleman. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. He'll take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he's hit and sent out of bounds, so this ends as a gain of close to 7, 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to it. The ball's out, he lost it. And the offense recovers, they can still advance it. And that right there is why they coach you to never give up on a play, Brock. Recover the fumble, and he's able to get him the 1st down, too.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now a give left side. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and you give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Hand off on second and short. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
This does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, pass coming. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets throw their early lead to 13. Now we'll see them try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Bills 7.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Allen to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. 21-7 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Allen. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Air it out on 3rd. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talked about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
That one's cut on one sideline. And he will score! ball game in the first half. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bills 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 9. He is rocked. That ball's free. And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming up.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
All 52. Ready? Half 10.
Blitz coming here. Allen. This is caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Allen setting up to throw. And this is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Now the PAT try coming up. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying the right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Pass play now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
Kate, that is such a great job defensively. You get in these 5 wide sets, there is so much speed to cover, so much complexity to handle. The defense, they ace the test.
And they'll touch this down just shy of midfield.
At the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing here, Allen. Chased out to his right. Catch made right side by Coleman. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs from 37. Allen now on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Second down, Allen throwing again. And again an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Avoided one crisis on a dropped pick. Now they're facing another 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
On first down, they'll run. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Give it to him inside. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Setting up, 2nd and goal. Allen on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, they're left 3rd and goal now from the 13.
Round 80!
3rd and long for him here. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the flag is declined, and now, Brock, we've got to figure out what they want to do on 4th and goal. Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. This from 30 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to give them the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This is taken in at the 13. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Caught out left. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
The Jets take their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60, 19, tight. Left thing, 19. 18, right here.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Ready up.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To the air on third and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down throw for Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. Throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Whistles, and the offense just sneaks in that timeout, and they're going to get a chance to put up points as a result before halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So that's the halfway point in this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Guy quick, straight ahead. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Back to the well again. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now. I'll throw it. It is cut left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Well, he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Pass play coming here. Forced out to his right. He's taking a shot down the sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be third and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go. 18, Rattler. 18, 70, Timberwolf. Check.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Looking to throw. This is a heater going deep. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they... it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops. He picked up close to 4. First down play, that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Another carry for him. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back to throw now, Allen. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bills push the lead up to 12. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right up the gut. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this one in 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Set. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler. Cowboy 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Steady.
He'll look to throw. Ball in left side. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's good for a couple of yards. And the fourth down call pays off as they'll move the chains.
Cougar 19. Take off.
Here's the one back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
18. Pioneer. Mustang 19.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And things look tougher now with third and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Throw here. Third down. That's caught for the first. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's excellent job getting the completion.
From the red zone now. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent in through the lane. And the Jets trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, tight. 319. Alert.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
Ready.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Panther and left. Hey, 19 tight. 19 tight. Bronco leading.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Again to throw on 2nd. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Working now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st and 10.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll work against the blitz. Looking slant route, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Plowing up the middle. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Chaps, here we go. Panthers, 70 range. Come 19.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Ready, ready! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger! Ready, ready!
Desperation time here. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Ready!
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Allen off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long. The Bills with a punt team out there. Jack Fox will kick it away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Hey, hey! Set, ready, go!
Now a give running right. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone in the perimeter.
Oh, it's an interception! And the Bills take over as he records his 10th career INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Going ground here. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Running this one left. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. For the 3rd time today. We see them setting up for a field goal. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult. Now 2 touchdowns got to be scored, and that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's loaded another one up. That's complete inside the 35. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
60, come on, 60 Bobcat, 60, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions.
Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Setting him on the dive. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of the blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Bills leading by 8. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gain of 8.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
So first down from the 41.
Alert! Middle.
They're going to pass it here. And it's picked off, but oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception. Incomplete.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Trying the right side. Across midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. PAT effort coming up. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. The Bills lead by 15 now.
Jets 35.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Starting at the 10. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Rolling from the gun here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Makes the score Bills 50, Jets 42.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They give it to him again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They look to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the first down. This game is over.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This is a designed run for Allen. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation.